Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your weekly WWE Monday Night Raw Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, of 1977, episode 1419 of the show. We're talking Monday Night Raw, the final Raw before King of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring. Actually, we're 5 days away from it. And right now, Sami Zayn kicked off Raw to talk about the Intercontinental title defense he has against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. Chad Gable and the rest of the Alpha Academy interrupted him. And after hearing Chad Gable whine and cry, Sami Zayn goes, "I've had enough. Let's get it on. You're dressed up and ready to go. I'm ready to go. We're scheduled to have a match. Let's do it." They had a referee, and the match is going right now. And we'll be right back and as the match progresses and see what happens. The match has begun, and we'll see what happens. So hang in there. Well, the match is still progressing, but Chad Gable was trying to get Maxine Dupree to slap Sami Zayn. She couldn't bring herself to do it. And he wanted Akira Tozawa to do the same thing. He couldn't bring himself to do it, so he kicked them both out at ringside. Only Otis is left. Will Otis do what Chad Gable tells him to do, or will he be treated the same way like Gable did Tozawa and Maxine Dupree? We'll find out as this match almost concludes. So we're still in that matchup. All righty then. Let's address what happened after that match. Chad Gable tried to throw Sami Zayn out, and he is trying to get Otis to hit him. First thing, Otis couldn't pull the trigger at first, but then Chad Gable came out of the ring, slapped Otis across the face. But then, while Chad Gable grabbed the Intercontinental title, referee's trying to stop him. Sami Zayn actually clotheslined him, which he didn't, and everybody booed him, and he probably didn't want to do it. He's like, dang it. But then all of a sudden, Chad Gable did the Chaos Theory. 1, 2, 3. Chad Gable won the matchup. And then Io Sky was addressing being the queen of the ring. As you know, the tag team titles will also be on the line tonight as Awesome Truth defends against the Judgment Day team and our Irish team, Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Also, a fatal four-way being set for the women's tag team title opportunity. For Damage Control, it's Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane. Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, and I believe Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn is the third team, I think. So, and whoever wins that matchup, a fourth team, I should say. No, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. I'm sorry, Zoe Stark and... Yeah, Isla Dawn and Alba Sky. Where are they? No, not Alba Sky. Alba Fire. Where the heck are they? They should be in the matchup. But I'll tell you one thing right now. The women's tag team titles could be in serious jeopardy because the fact of the matter is that, rumor has it that Bianca Belair is pregnant, and if she ends up losing, she'll probably end up... they're going to have to end up losing... giving up the tag team titles unless Jade Cargill finds herself another partner. Possibly Naomi. That could be the second best option you can get. Not only that, though. So, you're talking about this right now. So, where's Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn in on this? Alan Pierce, come on! Alright. So, we will address what's going to happen next. Braun Breaker's going to be in action next. Who is he facing? Who knows? So, he probably going to send a message. I'll see you around. Hello, we're back. Woo-hoo. Let's see what happens. Jackie Redmond was about to interview Alpha Academy. And then there was some commotion going back involving the LWO. Cruz del Toro was attacked at the backs. Everybody's assuming it's Carlito, which it is, which could be, who knows. And then Braun Breaker making his Raw debut, taking on NXT Level Up's Kale Dixon, the Bachelorette contestant. I'll tell you one thing, he made short work of that pretty boy. Let me tell you, spear, referee stoppage, that was it. And he attacked Dixon after the match. Official stopped him, but he grabbed a steel chair and hit Dixon in the head while Dixon's head was laying on between those metal stairs. You know what this means. And then Adam Pearce comes out, looks at him, and then Braun Breaker says, "On you," goes, "On me?" if I were, hey, Adam Pearce, my friend, it's your fault, brother. Should have stick Braun Breaker in a match with great competition. Hey, I'll tell you what, the winner of the Intercontinental title match, why don't you put Breaker in against Gunther? I want to see that matchup. Or Breaker against Big Bronson Reed. Or Breaker against Otis. Give Breaker a challenge, man. We'll see what happens. So, we'll see what happens. More wrestling action coming up next. By the way, the Red Sox will win 5-0 in the 8th inning. So, let me check on the game before we continue on. And it's bottom of the eighth, 2 outs. Red Sox leading 5-0. And Justin Slayton's on pitching. Ha ha. We're going good here. All right. So I'll see you around. Well, here's what happened. After that matchup, while Kendall Dixon was taken out on the stretcher, Kiana James offered some help to help Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce says, no, thank you, not right now. And so Kiana James also wants to be on the learning tree. Gotta respect that. But then Adam Pearce confronts Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker says, this is on you. You didn't put me in the King of the Ring. This one's on you. So, and Adam Pearce was like really upset. And then Lyra Valkyria is getting ready in the gorilla position for her semifinal matchup, which is happening right now. Becky pep talked her, and Lyra Valkyria kind of thrown Io Sky off her game, and so far that's what's happening here. So I'm rooting for Io Sky to win the whole thing. Now, Io Sky knows a thing or two about tournaments. You got to remember, she finished runner-up in the Mae Young Classic 2018 when she lost to Toni Storm in that matchup. It was a heck of a matchup. And then you got the Dusty Cup Classic. Was it a couple of years ago? Or being a couple of years ago, I think months before she made her debut at SummerSlam 2022, when she won the Dusty Cup Classic with Kaylee Ray, who's now going by Alba Fire. So if anyone knows tournaments and has tournament experience, EO does. So we'll see what happens in this matchup. So we'll be back in the matchups as the matchup does progress. See, hang in there. Well, that match is still going on. A heck of a matchup. Absolutely, either lady could have won the matchup. Excellent match between Io and Lyra. Io now in control, and she got a little bloody nose, but she's okay, and she's still going, and got to respect that. Io, I love Io Sky. She's one of my favorites. So, just a little update on the Red Sox game. They beat the Rays 5-0. Good. Back to 500. That's where they belong. Hopefully, they can keep that momentum going. 2-game winning streak they're on. But getting back to the matchup, Queen in the Ring semifinals. It looks like Io's going to work very hard, and also the winner of this match will face the winner of the Belair Jax match. In the final round, so it's going to be something else. So this is the Raw finals, aka the semifinals for the whole tournament overall. Just to let you know. So we'll still have Gunther versus Uso. Could this lead if Jey Uso and Tama Tonga win their matches? This could start the Bloodline Civil War. We'll find out later on tonight. Well, but they have to win their matches first. So we will be right back to hear the conclusion of this matchup and see what goes on next on Monday Night Raw. Okay, a lot to unpack here. Big victory. Lyra Valkyria upset Io Sky to advance to the finals of the Queen of the Ring. I expected Io to even make it to the finals. I'm sure some people on X who are big Io Sky fans are not going to be very happy with this at all. But I'm going to tell you something. I think there's going to be more to this than Io Sky. I think Io Sky has bigger fish to fry. And after Becky Lynch gets by Liv Morgan, it seems like I think she's got her sights set on Becky Lynch for that women's championship. So either way, I was kind of hoping that Io Sky would advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Hey, you know what? I think the women's world title is more on Io's mind than anything. I think she's going to take it out on Becky Lynch. That's going to be the next feud. And then you got R-Truth talking to New Cash Republic, and then Miz comes in. We got to focus on Judgment Day. And then, don't worry, I'm talking about good buddy Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant's been dead over 30 years. Over 30 years. Passed away what? No. And then Miz is like, we should use you in spirit right now. He goes, what are you talking to, dog? And he goes, hi! I'm like, what? Gotta love R-Truth. He's hilarious. And I got a feeling there's another Giant. There's somebody that won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I think that's I think R-Truth was referring to, and I got a feeling it might be a monster. So, among monsters. And so Caleb Braxton interviews Ilya Dragunov. I'm going to write down here that Ricochet interrupts Dragunov and says, "Hey, before you go saying everybody else, you and I have some unfinished business." And as that was going on, Breakker ended up spearing Ricochet. So, and Adam Pearce is going to be going, "I need a drink." Poor Adam Pearce, and it's crazy. So that's where we stand at right now. Lyra Valkyria will be entering the finals against either Nia Jax or Lyra Valkyria. We'll still get the King of the Ring on the broad bracket side semifinals. Gunther versus Jey Uso. This could end up being the first start of the Bloodline Civil War between the new Bloodline and the old Bloodline. We'll find out for sure if that actually is going to happen. We'll see how this plays out. So, who knows? Gunther and Randy Orton, that will be a heck of a matchup too. But if Jey Uso and Tama Tonga collide, this is going to get bowling shoe ugly, folks. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this week, and we'll find out what's coming up next. All right, here's what's happened here. Looks like Ricochet was being checked on, and and it seems like Adam Pearce knows what's happened and everything. And Dragunov sounds like it's eating away at him, and he wished he'd do something, But Gunther did address Jey Uso at an empty arena, the arena in Greensboro before Raw, and it says that he's here to bring everybody back down to earth. Well, like I said, people think that Gunther should defeat Jey Uso, and if he does, Gunther and Randy Orton would be, like I say, a great matchup for the finals of the King of the Ring. But what would happen if Jey Uso faced off against Tama Tonga? That's another thing, another possibility, and this could start the Bloodline Civil War 2.0. And believe me, it's going to get bowling shoe ugly, that's for sure. And then Damian Priest pep talks his two favorite Irish lads, Finn Balor and JD McDonough, who somebody got a picture on Reddit where they were visiting a Pro Bowlers a PBA tour show, and him and Baron Corbin were certain that they were watching it. They must be bowling fans, I don't know. But anyways, then talks to Carlito. He said, "Listen, you earn your keep earning your keep here." That's what So because Carlito was the one that took out Cruz del Toro, hey, and he says, "We're not the APA, dude. Don't forget." So, like Carlito needs to catch up with the times nowadays. So, we shall see. Awesome Truth came out. The tag team titles were on World Tag Team titles were on the line as Awesome Truth defends against JD McDonough and Finn Balor at Judgment Day. What's going to happen? We'll find out after we get done with the commercial break here. Alrighty then. Here's what happened. Baron Corbin was at a PBA game playoff. I was correct on this. In fact, it was confirmed by the WWE. Not only J.D. McDonough was there, but he threw out the first roll, and Pat McAfee did a little telestrator on that. And still picked on Corbin in some way, But he said he looks good. He had the form, but only with this one strike. But anyways. But then, as Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler were getting ready for the Fatal 4-Way, a shocking return. Sonya Deville, after 9 months with a torn ACL, came back and she wanted to talk to both of them. And Zoe Stark wanted to listen, but Shayna Baszler goes, "Whatever you're selling, we're not buying." Well, that could be a mistake on Shayna's part. And it could be an alliance. Maybe Sonya Deville wants to be a manager until she actually is medically cleared to compete. Who knows for sure? Well, what's going on in Sonya Deville's mind, we don't know for sure, right? And then the World Tag Team titles now on the line right now. The Awesome Truth going up against the Irish connection of the Judgment Day. That will be Finn Balor and JD McDonough. And, Dominic Mysterio is causing a lot of trouble, aggravating Michael Cole as usual. So there we go with that. So we'll see what happens. We still got the King of the Ring semifinals, and like I said, and tomorrow night on NXT, it was supposed to be a triple threat match between Josh Briggs, Ivar, and Wes Lee. Number one contendership for the North American title. Whoever wins faces Obafemi at Battleground. But Ivar suffered an injury, so taking the place of Ivar was the men that attacked him, Briggs, and one of the men that attacked him, Briggs, and Wes Lee. That would be Joe Coffey of Gallus. So this is going to be an interesting situation to say the least now. Now that Gallus has now jumped back into the swing of things, let's see what happens. Joe Coffey versus Obafemi would be a great matchup to see. We'll see what happens. Well, back to Monday Night Raw tonight. Awesome Truth defends the tag titles against the team of Finn Balor and JD McDonough from the Judgment Day. How's this going to pan out? We shall see. Well, that tag team title match went crazy. Carlito got involved during the matchup, but then that brought out Braun Strowman. And I think I know what... I had a feeling R-Truth was referring to Braun Strowman being the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle winner a couple of years ago, and they ended up retaining the titles. They shared a hug with Braun Strowman. I thought, those three joint forces, it's going to be crazy. Miz are and it's all jacked up with Braun. It was a lot of fun. And then Becky Lynch congratulated Lyra Valkyria to the Queen of the Ring finals. And then she ran into Liv Morgan, who talked to her, and then they made her look and punched her in the face. And Liv Morgan punched Valkyria in the face. And it seems like Valkyria is not very happy about this situation. We'll see what happens, because we still got the King of the Ring semis, which will probably be the main event. Like I said, a lot of people have been thinking Gunther, and they want to see Gunther and Randy Orton. That'll be a good matchup. But what happens between if it's Jey Uso and Tama Tonga in the tournament finals? Lots of possibilities there, folks. Lots of possibilities. It's going to be crazy as we go along here. So, well, just hang in there, folks. We got about an hour left of Monday Night Raw. So we'll tell you what's up, and we'll see how everything goes. Alrighty then, here's what's going on right now. Sami Zayn kind of contemplating the loss that he had with Chad Gable, and then Bronson Reed told him, he says, I'm going to beat you and use my body as a weapon. It's all about business. I'm going to take the biggest payday. He's taking the Intercontinental title away from him. And then as he turns around, Otis was there, and Sami Zayn was a little upset, and then Otis, Sami Zayn says, you have anything to say for yourself? He goes, I'm sorry. Otis says, I'm sorry. I know you are. I know you are. I know you feel bad, but you stop listening to him and listen to them. And so he probably pep talk Otis. I'm hoping things will get, I'm hoping that he reaches Otis's heart this way. And Sami Zayn kind of knows he's felt bad about it. Then Becky Lynch comes out once again addressing the Greensboro crowd about Liv Morgan and the title match this coming Saturday. Liv Morgan interrupts her, and for a minute there I thought Valkyria was going to come out and attack Liv Morgan. And I think Valkyria's got bigger fish to fry now at this rate. But and then Becky Lynch goes, you got a problem? Come on, let's settle it in the ring, you and me right now. So you want to go? You want to go? And then Liv Morgan changed his mind. He says, I'll wait till Saturday and take the title then. So that's the... And Priest is upset with the Judgment Day. He said, what's going on? What happened out there? And then he says, I thought you were supposed to take care of the Strowman problem. And then JD McDonough... So Priest tells JD McDonough, go to Adam Pearce's office and ask for a match against Braun Strowman. Well, easier said than done, obviously. But then, and as Damian Priest walked away, he yelled at, Damian Priest was upset with Curly. I thought you need to earn your keep around here. But then Finn Balor goes, he's right. He doesn't recognize us anymore. We got to take care of this. And then Finn Balor tells JD McDonough, go to Pierce's office now. So take care of this. So that's what's going on right now. So, yeah, I think ever since Rhea Ripley got hurt, Judgment Day has not been the same. She's the one that kept everything together. She loses her title. She gets injured. Well, when she comes back, she'll be full of P and V. And that won't be a good thing for the women's division. Or the winner of the title match between Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Be very interested to see what happens. Next up is the Fatal 4-Way for the women's number one contendership for a women's tag team title opportunity. Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai. Well, they need to get Damage Control back on the back back. You got Bayley, and they ever since they kicked Bayley out, they have not been the same. Asuka gets hurt, and now they lose the tag team titles. Io loses the women's championship. So Damage Control needs to get it together and get it back. It's like two of the biggest, most powerful factions in the WWE right now have been falling apart since losing key members, either by throwing them out or injury. So sometimes you're going to have to make some changes yourself. We'll see what happens. So We'll see what happens in that Fatal 4-Way coming up next. Well, the women's Fatal 4-Way is on. Damage Control's Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane. Last hope for them to win a match right now. Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. And going against Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. Can Maxine Dupree focus on what the heck has been going on? And you got Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, former women's tag team champions, ready to get back into the swing of things. Let's see what happens in that matchup. So, but beforehand, the New Day was was celebrating because Woods is now medically cleared to compete, but it's Karrion Kross and Scarlett got plans for the New Day. What's the deal? Is Karrion Kross playing mind games with both Woods and Kofi Kingston? Last week it was Kofi Kingston. This week it's Xavier Woods. Something's going on. We'll find out. Is this the end of an era for the New Day? Ever since Big E got injured, man, New Day has not been the same. So when you take out a main cog of a team, the team changes its dynamic. It happens in sports all the time. Look at the Bruins, You know what I mean? Patrice Bergeron retires and the Bruins end up in the same. We'll see what happens. So we're going to continue on with the women's Fatal 4-Way match. Okay, a lot to unpack here. I forgot to go to commercial. The Fatal 4-Way, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark won that matchup. Congratulations to them. And Caleb Braxton interviewed Ludwig Kaiser, who's been running his mouth about Sheamus, and then Drew McIntyre. She interviewed, and Drew McIntyre has been running his mouth about Jey Uso and not being part of the tournament and all that good stuff. So there's that. Chad Gable was talking to the Creed brothers, and to Otis says, I apologize. That's smart, and thinks he softened them up. He said, we are going to get my Intercontinental title back, and Otis didn't seem too enthused about this, and he said, whatever it takes. And then Jey Uso responded to what Gunther said earlier in the night and early in the afternoon, and then now we're at the King of the Ring semifinals. So on the Raw side bracket, we'll tell you what happens after the matchup, and then we will conclude the video. So we will conclude the video, and then we'll tell you what's on the market for tomorrow. All right, so hang in there one more time. All right, to conclude, Monday Night Raw, heck of a matchup between Jey Uso and Gunther. Gunther won the match with a sleeper hold after Jey Uso thought he had him with that splash. So it won't be Jey Uso advancing in the tournament. So it will be Gunther facing either Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. So I think they're going to hold off on the Bloodline Civil War if Randy Orton wins. That could be another thing, too. If Randy Orton wins, Gunther and Orton in the tournament final, well, we'll see what happens. So we shall see what happens. So that's all the time we have for episode 1419 of the show. As you know, tomorrow will be Trebek Tuesday, and I'll be playing a little bit of High Rollers, the 89th edition. So, and then tomorrow night, NXT. But then again, Red Sox won 5-0 over the Rays. Congratulations to the Red Sox. So thank you for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, door for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.